only, one of the greatest managers in the history of this great sport, the man that led both The Undertaker and Kane to WWE World Championships, the one, the only, the guiding light of the Trifecta of Terror here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation. Is one of the biggest sleazebags on the planet, Paul Bear, otherwise known in a former life as Percy Pringle III.
First of all, Moretti, I cannot believe for the death of me that you would have that bald-headed little low-key on before me. I'm a legend. I'm a Hall of Famer.
What Hall of Fame are you in? The Popeyes Chicken Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I just might be. It doesn't matter.
Well, what
anyway.
Hall of Fame are you in, you slob?
What does matter, Mr. Beantown, is that I'm returning once more to the beautiful city of Melrose. I was just praying that Hurricane Irene was going to blow y'all right out of the Atlantic Ocean, and it didn't happen.
Well, if
so
it
I'm going to come there,
yeah.
and I'm going to blow you to the Atlantic Ocean.
Well,
How does that sound?
That. Yeah, well, if
Get out of the gutter. Get out of the gutter. You don't have to go there.
If it's of any consequence to you, I did miss Bar Rescue on Spike TV as a result of a hurricane, but that's a different story for a different time. Despite my personal...
I'm coming back with my trifecta.
All right, let's...
My Trifecta of Terror, the Pringle Dynasty version 2011. Oh, yes, you better get your tickets quick, because I hear they're getting limited.
All right, as much as I dislike you, let's keep it professional on the level. Let's talk about the big event itself. It is MWF X, our 10th anniversary bash, Saturday, September the 17th, from the historic Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts. Huge lineup. Not only do we have this individual on the phone, but we'll also have multi-time WWE champion Carlito with us. The Boogeyman makes one of his first appearances in over a year as he makes his way back to the MWF. We have Low-Key Caval, as we mentioned earlier, the Monster Abyss from TNA, Mr. USA Tony Atlas, a true WWE Hall of Famer. We have Tony Gurria, a future WWE Hall of Famer there, all to keep the kids off the streets. The Special Olympics will be involved. The Big Brothers Make-A-Wish. It is certainly for a great cause, no matter what you might think of this person on the phone.
Keeping the kids off the streets, that's all well and good. But what I want you to do is to keep Tony Atlas off my feet. You might have to hire a couple extra security guards, because the whole world knows that Tony Atlas likes to play with toady doties. It don't matter if they're on a male, it don't matter if they're on a female. Tony Atlas likes feet. And you know that too, Marati.
Well,
and you got a set of feet yourself.
I do have size 14s, that's true. But the East Coast Cowboy, the East Coast Cowboy DJ Dubé not only mentioned Atlas's love of feet, but a situation involving him and Wildfire Tommy Rich from Georgia back in 1982. I don't know if you're familiar with that instance.
I know everything.
They had a little.
Keith. You should know that.
They had a little Keith Frank syndrome in them that night, if you know what I mean.
You talking about the late Adrian Adonis?
I did. I'm sure you remember the
end. There's a lot of people that wouldn't know Adrian Adonis' real name. Well, that was just me and you, huh?
I was trying to beat around the bush a little bit, not to be confused with the feed.
Well, you're always beating around somewhere. But my trifecta is going to beat all over the beautiful city of Melrose. And if you're lucky, you might drag me to Kowloon to have some good Chinese food after the event.
Now, I'm sure the Wong family is interesting to see how long your chin has grown since the last time you've been there. But that's
I can't believe. First of all, it's really a shock that you've been around for 10 years, that you've been promoting for 10 years. As much as the problems that we have between each other, you know, I do have to give you a little credit where credit's due. 10 years is saying something in this day and age in our industry, and I do commend you, and I'm glad that I'm a part of it, and I'm glad that my trifecta is going to beat on everybody that you put in the square circle with it.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the event and a little bit about history. Newer MWF fans may not realize you actually made your MWF debut with us back in February of 2003 at Road to the Golden Lynn, Massachusetts, when you reunited with your good friend Ox Baker.
I'll never forget it because that was me and your first date. I'll never forget my first date with you, and I won't forget my last date with you. And this very well might be it, because I'm telling you, we've left some carnage laying all over that auditorium there in Melrose, and I got all plans of doing it again. Because my boy Dylan, I shouldn't have said that. My man Dylan Cage and Brian Malonis and my whole group. And I might even have some newcomers. You never know what I'm going to bring with me.
If you have a trifecta of terror, how could you have more than 3?
Well, you're terror of your own. Every time I've been watching, you walk down the hallway and the girls go the other way.
Well, that's not far from the truth, but that's a different story for a different time, too. Paul Bear, let's talk about the event a little bit. Again, you were a tremendous individual to have here in the MWF up until you turned your back on the fans.
It was you.
It was me? Oh, give me a break. Listen to me, you slob.
You put me in a damn cheap Red Roof Inn. The rent cost was $16 for the room. And then you took me to what's that net? To Wi-Fi, Kung Fu, Japanese Imperial Steakhouse, or Kowloon's, whatever it is, and bought me a $2 bowl of soup, some damn fish head soup. And then I had to take a cab to the airport, pay for it myself. You just treat me horrible. I don't know why I put myself through this every show. I'm doing it because it's your 10th birthday.
Your wallet is...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Boston Wrestling and the MWF.
Your wallet is more sealed up than a nun. But again, that's a different story for a different time. The event itself, double main event...
You're tight as a nun, too. We won't go there.
Yeah, well... Double main event has been signed for this mega event. The Trifecta of Terror will be taking on Team MWF. Not only will it be 3 tremendous superstars in former MWF heavyweight champion Todd Hanson, the Demon Luis Ortiz, and TNA superstar the Monster Abyss, but they will be led to war in the 6-man Drag Me to Hell match led by Ox Baker, your former friend that you toured Japan with for the first time in the late 1970s.
Well, Ox Baker, I've known him for a long, long time, and I hate to say it, but he's so old, when he passes gas, it's just dust that comes out. It's like baby powder. That's Ox Baker. That's fine. I can handle Ox Baker. I handled the sheep, didn't I? I got rid of that sheep for you, didn't I? He's not going to be there this time, I hope.
No, we will not have the Iron Sheik with us, unfortunately.
Well, what about Doink the Clown? The original Doink the Clown, the world famous Matt Bourne. Is he going to be there this time?
The last time we saw Doink the Clown, Matt Bourne, was on the first edition of MWF Cyberstars, and you were leading him into the darkness. Where did you bring Matt Bourne?
Well, we went into the darkness. It's none of your business what I do in the dark with my men. You quit asking those questions, first of all. We're on a children-rated television program here, and I'm not going to talk like that. Anyway, I just want you to know that I'm coming back.
All right, well, I'm not... We still have a...
Well, mark your calendar, drag Mama out of the yard, Grandma out of the kitchen, and get Daddy out of the car, get that bottle of whiskey out of his hand. There ain't no place to park around Boston anyway. You got to buy a damn parking spot. Get him out of the car with his bottle of whiskey, get all the youngins, pile them in the car, come on down to Melrose, because we're going to have a birthday party. I hope we're going to have some cake.
What I want to know is, in addition to the 6-man Drag Me to Hell...
That's my question. Are we going to have any cake?
You'd have to talk to Annie about that.
Well, I guess we can't have our cake and eat it, too, when it comes to the end of the
Well, I'm sure there'll be some eating going on. I just don't know about the cake. But in addition to the 6-man Drag Me to Hell tag team war, Percy, Dylan Cage supposedly has some kind of a Halloween presentation for you. What is he going to be giving you at our 10th anniversary birthday bash? And it is something even suitable for the fans to see.
Well, whatever it is, it's going to be good. I brought Dylan Cage from the bottom of the barrel to the top for the...
Oh, he was already the champion when you started managing him.
Yeah,
who were you trying to kid?
I was behind him, the champion. I was behind him the whole time. Right behind him, hard and heavy and sweating and panting. And I brought him all the way to the championship.
Well, I don't know how much further I'm going to get with this one, fans. Again, it is...
Well, I guess I'll just go then. We got a hurricane sitting on top of us right now, a tropical storm dropping dropping water all over us, and the wind and tornadoes and everything else.
Well, it's,
and if it comes for me, I sure want to go to meet my maker talking to Dan Marotti.
Well,
that's for dang sure.
I'm sure it's better than what Commissioner Von Johnson is dropping right about now, but that's a different story for a different time.
I'm getting ready to go eat me some chicken. You have a good evening.
MWF.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
In beautiful Melrose.
All right.
A beautiful suburb of Boston, Massachusetts. What's the name of that ball team y'all have there?
The Red Sox.
Yeah. I have the Cardinals beat them up all the time.
The who?
The Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals.
They haven't played the St. Louis Cardinals since the 2004 World Series.
Don't get excited. I know you got season tickets. I know you have a big mark for the Red Sox. Maybe if they check on some Blue Sox or Green Sox, they might win sometime.
I have on my Red Sox jersey right now to bring them good luck when John Lackey is on the mound.
I got to let you go.
All right.
The days are counting down. I'll see you in about 2 weeks. And like Brother Love used to say, no matter what you think of me, I love you.
Now, enjoy the Popeyes chicken. We'll see you on September 17th.